Hi everyone, Edith here. Welcome back to my channel. As you probably saw by the thumbnail and the title of this video, this is a goodbye video and I wanted to talk about my reasons for quitting and leaving YouTube. Well, there have been a few things recently that have been making creating videos more difficult, and I'm sorry if I'm looking sideways. It's because I made a list of the things that I want to say, like I don't want to miss anything. So I apologize if I have to look away from time to time. But first of all, as you all know, YouTube has been zapping content like mine. I have completely fallen off the algorithm. I have been sort of shadow banned, I believe. I had one video in the beginning that I made about Anna O'Brien that got huge success, and I got hundreds of new subs in 24 hours. That video really succeeded and made me feel a little bit hopeful that maybe the upward trend will continue, but over the past couple of months or so, things have been only getting worse and dipping down, and I can't know for sure what the reason is. Is it because of the type of content that I'm creating? Is it because it's more long form and YouTube is trying to push more shorts? Or is it because I don't filter my language enough and I use words that YouTube doesn't like, such as eating disorders, obesity, binge eating, anorexia, without filtering myself? And I'm the type of person that really hates the language police, so I do try not to use codes, but apparently maybe that's a bad idea. The thing is with YouTube, it's being this sort of crazy abusive boss. On the one hand, you can create any type of content that you want to, allegedly, but on the second hand, you don't really know what are the rules of the playing field and if you're gonna get paid at all or if it's gonna succeed at all. So normally when you have a job and you have a boss, you kind of know what to expect from your boss, and there are very clear guidelines of do's and don'ts, but not with this thing. It feels toxic in a sense, you know? So being zapped by YouTube has been quite disparaging, I would say. It seems to me that, as usual, with a lot of things that have to do with my job and my career, I'm quite late to the game. So this type of content had hit its heyday, and I started after it had its heyday. Again, this is true for a lot of stuff in my life. I'm not gonna get into it, but well, you know, I guess you live and you learn. Now, one more thing that has been really obnoxious and annoying for me is that my computer has been acting up, even though it's a pretty new computer with a strong processor. For some reason, I don't know why, it has been making filming and editing extremely difficult. There are at least a few videos that I had to refilm. I haven't always mentioned that, but there have been quite a few videos that I had to film again. Editing has become very problematic. I use an online software called Descript, and the software is fine, but I don't know if it's been a little too heavy on my computer or anything like that, but transferring files to it or launching it or doing all this type of stuff, it has been slowing me down a lot, and it has been quite difficult, problematic to work in these conditions. And I find that something that should be taking me anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5 hours sometimes takes me half a day, and the posting schedule that I put on myself, which is twice a week, which is not even that crazy, I find myself being stressed to match the schedule and never miss a video. I only missed one video, and that was when I was sick. So I find myself putting off other stuff that are important for me only in order to make the deadline. Now, I'm not big on social media. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram, but I barely post there. I definitely don't post reels or use any sort of popular sound bites or anything like that. I don't hop on trends. I don't do this stuff. And for me, having social media, because YouTube is social media, take this part of my life instead of doing things that I actually want or need to do, to me, that's not okay. If I am not training on a day that I was supposed to train at because I had to edit a video, to me, that's a huge no-no. And I'll be honest, for me, in my condition, third trimester, sitting for long bouts of time, long periods of time, it doesn't feel good, and it isn't good. It's not healthy for me. So I don't want to do that either. It's costing too much for literally nothing back. So, we are prepping our house to add another member to our family, and I find all those stuff that I need to do on the back burner because I'm chasing a schedule. That is not okay. It can't be okay. One more thing is that I haven't been my usual self. I've talked about this on the channel before, that I'm more impatient and intolerant than I normally would be. And I might have been overly spicy or overly critical than I expected or anticipated. And I'm not enjoying it. And I don't think that behavior should be on full display. I both am not liking this part of me right now, and I'm also not enjoying this part of me right now. I am working hard on being better, and this is difficult on a platform that rewards you being spicy and you being critical. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those things. It's just that I feel like I passed a certain threshold, perhaps. I have planned to use this channel before getting pregnant and during pregnancy and maybe after. However, I got pregnant much earlier than I thought I would. And actually, I got pregnant pretty much immediately after starting filming for this channel. I was pre-filming a little bit before I started posting, but very shortly after I got pregnant. Pregnancy has changed or stopped a lot of things that I was doing. Fitness-wise, career-wise, on the personal level, it has either stopped some things that I enjoyed doing or slowed them down. And even though I'm very healthy and capable, and I'm still doing a lot, especially for where I am in my pregnancy, it's frustrating because I feel sidelined sometimes doing stuff that I enjoy, but I can't actually do them to the extent that I could before. And it includes all sorts of stuff, not only physical stuff. That feeling of being sidelined is extremely difficult at this time. And the fact that YouTube is zapping my channel, it doesn't help, okay? It's not the worst thing that I'm experiencing, obviously, right now, but it's just like another thing on the list that I'm like, well, why am I doing what I'm doing anyway, kind of. So I will be demonetizing all of my videos. I still haven't seen a cent from YouTube, but I have been monetized. I just didn't get to the threshold of payments, basically. It all seems kind of like a ploy. They give you this incentive in the beginning and then put a damper, and so you film and create, which benefits them a lot because they have more place to advertise. However, you don't actually get paid. So I will demonetize all of my videos. I don't know if I will private them, but for now they will stay available, and if anybody wants to watch them, then they're free, I guess. They were free before, but I guess now they won't have any ads as well. And the last thing is that I want to thank all of you guys, everyone who's been watching the channel, whether it has been regularly or just from time to time. I also have some friends and acquaintances who have been watching, and I want to thank all of you who, first of all, been watching, and second of all, been telling me that they enjoyed the content, or commenting, or even telling me in real life that they're watching and talking to me about videos that I uploaded.
Now I'm getting a little verklempt.
It was really fun, and it was also kind of heartwarming, and sometimes I found out that people were watching my videos that I didn't even know that they were, and then we met at some function and they told me, and I was kind of surprised. So that was a fun little bit, and I just want to thank all of you.
I'm getting verklempt again.
And I hope that you got something out of it, and that it helped you in some way, even if it just made you laugh sometimes. I guess I did what I wanted to do. You guys really made it worthwhile, but I think at this point, the effort has just become too much. I am at a very rare time in my life when I can and I should focus solely on like things that really matter. I should focus on me and my health and my mental health and my household and my relationships, and I feel like committing to that twice a week schedule or any type of schedule right now for uploading has just been taking away from it, and I want to make room for those extremely important things in my life to get my full attention and my full love. I don't know if I'll come back to YouTube, and if I will, then in what format. For now, in the foreseeable future, I don't see it happening at all. So I do apologize. And again, you can still follow me on Instagram. I don't upload much, especially not right now, but who knows? I do want you to stay happy and healthy and take care of yourselves. And if you want to reach out, you can reach out through my professional email, which is edit.fitforlife@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen, edit.fitforlife@gmail.com. And this time, you're gonna get a kiss without commenting, liking, or subscribing. So here you go. Bye.
Good night, sweet punch.